Hi, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy X HD Remastered. This is episode 42. So today we'll be exploring the Sun and Venus sigils. So the Sun sigil is for Titus's Calicborg, which is his celestial weapon. And the Venus sigil is for Lulu's Onion Knight, which is her celestial weapon. We'll also be getting Calicborg since we still haven't got it yet. We've already acquired Onion Knight from Baj Temple. Let's go ahead and head to the Thunder Plains. So the Thunder Plains is actually where we'll be finding the Venus sigil. So far we've done a little bit of the mini game as we went through the game the first time around, and we noticed that we kept getting hit by these lightning bolts when we were in the Thunder Plains, and we had dodged a few lightning bolts along the way. But we need to finish it up now. So how it works is we need to look for a flash of light, and then you get followed by a strike of lightning. But you have to hit the B or the circle button before it hits you. As you just saw there, we just dodged one. And you have to do it consecutively 200 times to get the Venus sigil. And if you leave the area or save and come back, it resets automatically. So what I recommend is actually coming to this two dot and crater method, where you see these two right in the first part of the Thunder Plains. It's divided into two parts, right? So the first part of the Thunder Plains, it's on the left side here, and you see me doing it. You just loop around and then you jump. And then looking on the right side, we see the rewards of the strikes. 5 gives you 2 X potions, 10 gives you 2 Mega potions, 20 gives you 2 MP spheres, 30 gives you 3 Strength spheres, 3 gives you 100 gives you 3 HP spheres, 150 gives you 4 Mega elixirs, and 200 times gives you Venus sigils. So, and we need that to further Lulu's weapon there. And so what I really recommend here is actually pacing yourself. So I usually like to do like 25 at a time, and then I like to go by the lightning rod there on the left we saw on the bottom of the screen there, and then just rest for a little bit, and then again go back and do another 25, and then again another 25, take a break, another 25, break, and keep going, because fatigue is what will really kill you. But once you get the rhythm down, it becomes really easy, and you could probably get this done within maybe 20 minutes of doing it. And yeah, it's not tough. But you know, while we're here, so let's go ahead and talk about the celestial weapons and the respective crests and sigils. So as we talked about, Titus is actually the Sun, which we will be getting with the chocobo races next with the chocobo catcher. And then Yuna, which we've already done. Basically her weapon was found in the monster arena when he initially asked us to catch 10 of the Comlands, and then again 10 of Mount Gagazet. So the 10 of the Comlands gave us Nirvana, but we didn't have the mirror then, so we circled back and got that. And then the other one was the 10 of Mount Gagazet, which actually gives us the sigil for Orin, which is the Mars sigil, or the Saturn sigil, I guess, in this one. And we've already acquired that, but that'll be next video. We'll be talking about the Monster Arena next, and I'll be showing Orin's sigil being acquired. And then Lulu we're doing right now, which is the Venus sigil, and I guess we got the Onion Knight from Baj Temple, and then now we're dodging all these lightning for her sigil, and her crest was basically found in Guadosalam, and we already got that. Just rounding back to finishing off Titus before I forget. So Titus's crest we found in Zanarkand, where we fought Unalesca, and his sigil will be next after this. And then Yuna's crest was found early in the game in Besaid, near where we first met the Aurochs, just to the right of them. And then Sigil we acquired from Bellamine and her, defeating all her Aeons in her Aeon training. She gave us the Moon Sigil. And then as for Lulu, we're doing it right now, and then we already mentioned her crest and sigil. Waka. So Waka's crest was found in the locker room in the Aurochs. Locker room on the right side in the back locker. And his sigil we got from the Blitzball that we played. And then we also had the World Champ that we got from Blitzball. We got from the lady in the tavern in Luca. And Kamari, his crest was actually right after we defeated Seymour on Mount Gagazet. His crest was right on the right side. And his actual weapon was here in the Thunder Plains when we prayed to the Cactar Rocks. And we got a sigil last episode where we did the Butterfly challenge. And Riku. Then Riku's crest was found in Bikino, right near the Cactar village where we also got her sigil. And God Hand we had to, which is her celestial weapon, we got in through the password system and the acquiring of the airship. And then Oren's Murasame was found in Mihan Road, but we had to get the old rusty sword from the bottom of the gorge right before Mount Gagazet in the Comlands. And then his crest was actually in the old road in Mihan when we went to get, after we defeated the Chocobo Eater, and we went down to the old road with the Chocobo. We found the Mars sigil there, or the Saturn sigil in this one, and then his crest we found in Monster Arena, which we'll be revisiting next episode. But we will be powering up all of the weapons today at the end of this episode, just to round off everything and all the different celestial weapons. Now you can see that the different naming schemes. So in the English version, they're actually named after the Roman celestial bodies: Venus, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. But the Japanese version is a little different, where they've actually named it after the 5 elements in the Wuxing philosophy, I guess. And you can notice that Riku's is associated with metal, which is associated with Machina, and then Waka is water, which is basically swimming because he loves Blitzball, and Lulu fire because of her short temper and seriousness, and Kamari earth because he's a little more grounded in tribal customs of Ronso tribes, right? And Oren death because he's an unsent. So that's why he's been named in the different sigils here. And then earth can also be interpreted as wood. So that's just different ones. And then Titus and Yuna are basically the same in every version. The sun and the moon. Hence why Titus's appearance is golden haired and blue eyed to look more like the sun. Whereas Yuna's is basically to look like the moon. And that's why she has a little more paler skin and a darker hair, just to resemble the moon a little bit better. And then another thing we want to talk about is actually the association with the Aeons in each particular character. So you've noticed, if you've been using your Aeons constantly, that they do get capped out at 9999. That means 4 9s damage. And to break the limit, you basically have to power up the corresponding character's celestial weapon, which basically unlocks their true power. And the crest allows you to break damage limit, and then once you do the sigil, they're basically at full power and their stats increase dramatically. So Titus is corresponding to Bahamut, Vina is corresponding to Valfor, Lulu to Shiva, Waka to Ifrit, Kamari to Ixion, and Auron to Yojimbo. Riku doesn't really have anybody associated with there. And then as for basically the here on out, why did we do the Celestial Weapons before we did the Dark Aeons coming up? The reason is, from here on, from this part of the game, we don't really need any other weapon except for the Celestial Weapons that we've acquired through different means here. And then up next, let's talk about the coordinates and the passwords that we put in for the beginning of the airship acquisition. So first we found the Omega Ruins, which the coordinates are there, 74.101 X and Y 36099. That's for the Omega Ruins. And then we also did a Synovia Desert where we got the Escalon, which is a great weapon in the beginning when you're trying to train. And the coordinates are 15.028 and Y 41836. And then Baj Temple, which was one of the optional areas where we had to revisit to get the Onion Knight and Anima, which the coordinates were 16.726x and Y is 57.986. Again, these are you know, approximations of these areas. So if you're a little bit up or down, it's fine. Then you have Besaid Falls, where we found a Dragoon Lance, which is basically a whole bunch of strength buffs on Kamari's lance weapon. And the X is 29.688 and Y is 73.073. Then we have the Battle Site, which is basically an extension of the Mushroom Rock, the Mihan operation that we witnessed when Jet was trying to show Titus the carnage of sin, where we found the Phantom Bangle. Basically, it's all the element eaters in one for Lulu, so she's immune to every element. And her X is, the battle site's coordinates are X is 39.676 and Y is 37.985. And then we have a weapon called Sonar for Riku, and it's Mihan Ruins, which is X 33.938 and Y is 57.135. Basically, this thing is useless once we get God Hand, and we've already acquired God Hand because of all the celestial weapons and all the side quests that we've continued. But I just wanted to mention these just so everybody has them. And then some of the passwords, there's 3 of them. God Hand, which was basically what was Riku's celestial weapon that we got from Rock already. And then Victorious and Murasame being a weapon for Auron. It's pretty formidable, but now that we have his ultimate weapon, it's pretty much okay. And the Victorious is for Riku, and we no longer need that because we will be making the best armor soon. And then we can go ahead and talk about what are good buffs to have for your armor in the next episode when we do the monster episode. And I think we're just about coming up on 200 here. Oh, there we go. I think we got them. I think we pretty much got all of them. There was some extra ones, so let's go ahead and head back to collect our prize of Venus Sigil. So we got hit right after the 200. So let's go ahead and head back to the travel agency in Thunder Plains. So let's go ahead and check. So there's the 100 dodge that we spoke about. 150. And 200. There's our Venus Sigil. Good stuff. Let's go ahead and save and then hit back.
You're counting on you.
So let's go ahead and finish up with the chocobo racer here. So this part of the chocobo race, it comes in 3 parts. I believe we did the first one when we first came to the Comlands, and which was the wobbly one, where we basically had to dodge the the blitzball coming at us. And in the second portion, what we're about to do right now is basically a harder version of that, where the ball is coming at you. And we just have to dodge it in time. I think. Oh, so maybe the first one was where the bird was coming at you, and you basically had to dodge the bird. And then you guessed it. In the third one, it's going to be a little bit of both. So we were a little unlucky this time, but let's try it on the next try. I think we'll get it. Let's see. Let's dodge these. Dodge that. So the key to this is basically using the D-pad, and because the controls are the game mechanics aren't great. Let's just put it that way, and they can be really frustrating. Which will cause you to throw your headset at the screen. So, you know, just be patient with it, and if it's angering you, just walk away. Walk away from the challenge for a few minutes, and then come back and try again. So this is the third one now. We just finished up the second one there. So the blitz balls are coming at us in a different configuration now. You see it coming out like almost like a shower at us. And the birds also we have to dodge at the same time. There we go. We got it on our first try. Good job. Okay. And now comes the hard part. So this has caused many rage quit moments. This chocobo race. So basically, what's happening here is the birds are coming at you, and you got to race this chocobo trainer at the same time. So in this one, all we have to do is basically get a better time than the chocobo breeder. And the only way to do that is getting more balloons than her and getting a faster time. Well, how it works is if you get a balloon, it takes off 4 seconds off of your time. If you get hit by a bird, it actually adds 4 seconds. So we just need to avoid the birds and get as many balloons as we can. And after this, we need to get a 0-0 time to get the celestial sigil, or the sun sigil. And the way to do that is you need a time under 40 seconds, and you also need 13 or more chests. There's a few configurations that I'll be putting up on the screen here. You can go ahead and look at the maps, and maybe that'll help you run your runs. But at the end of the day, there's no specific route that you can take. You just kind of have to, avoid the birds and try to get the best route you can. But now that we've beat her, we see the father of the chocobo breeder, who's actually right there beside the agency, who was covering the location of the Calip board, which is Titus' celestial weapon. So let's go ahead and head there. He's no longer blocking it anymore, so we can go ahead and get it. So let's go ahead and head over there. Here we are. Okay. So we do have the celestial mirror already. It should react when we click on it. There it is. Similar to Orange, where we got it from the wall with that same sign. And there it is. It appears in our hand. That's the Calic board. That's his celestial weapon, and that's the only weapon we'll be needing for Titus from here on out. Let's go ahead and head back and try to get that 0-0 time now. In the meantime, I'm going to flash the maps of the different variants of the map again one more time over here before we start again, so it just helps you out to get a good feel of it. But again, there's no substitute to practicing and just doing it over and over again and just getting good at it. It's basically luck. You just have to keep trying until you get it. It is frustrating, but keep at it. Alright, so let's go ahead and try this one. It's looking like we might win here. We just gotta avoid every bird now. There, we have 13. Moment of truth coming up. My god, there's been so many tries. Let's hope for that 13. Come on, gotta be 13. Yes, I think we got the 0. Yeah, we got the 0. We have the Sun Sigil. Nice. So that actually completes all the Celestial weapons. So let's go head back to Macalania and power up all these guys. Okay, so we just got the Sun Sigil. Let's go ahead and head back to Macalania so we can power up all these weapons that we have here. So this should mark the end of all the Celestial weapons here. And the sigils, we've done all of them. Okay, so let's head to the tree here that's going to help us power up everything. So let's start off with Titus's weapon since we just got the Sun Sigil. There's Caliborg. We should be breaking the damage limit here on it. But it's still not complete, so let's go ahead and use the Sigil now. One more time, let's select Titus's weapon. And there it is. Attained its maximum power. This was a hell of a sigil to get. Very hard. Next, let's do Lulu's Onion Knight. Again, we got Onion Knight from Baj Temple, and we got her Venus Sigil from dodging 200 lightning bolts, which was a tough one in its own. And there, it's about to attain its full power now. We're not quite done yet. Let's go ahead and do Oran's. So we did finish the monster arena, but I haven't released the video. That'll probably be the next episode, just because I want to take my time with it. But we do have his Saturn and or Mars sigil here. And then after this we have one more character to power up, which we forgot to do at the end of the last episode. So let's go ahead and take a look at all the celestial weapons that we have. So there it is, we have to do Riku's now. We actually forgot to do Riku's in the last episode when we did Kamari and Riku's celestial weapons. Fun fact, Riku is the only animation in this celestial weapon thing where it doesn't float in the air, it actually stays on her arm the entire time. So let's try this again one more time, so she can attain her full power, but this should basically be the last of the celestial weapons. Anyways folks, I think I'm going to call it an episode there. Thank you for tuning into our celestial weapon series. The monster arena will be next, and we'll be talking about how we got R and Sigil. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends, help the channel grow. We're just going to take a look at the last of the weapons here, just equip all of them, because from here on out, all we need is their celestial weapons, and we'll be constructing the endgame armor in the next episode, and we'll be talking about how it's done, and also tips and stats of each monster in the monster arena. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you again next time. Take care.